Hey everybody, Daryl Slater here at the Jets training facility in Florham Park with Connor Hughes, where it's starting to feel like fall.
A little bit.
Cloudy, windy day here. A lot of news for the Jets to digest here on Wednesday of Seahawks week. Most notably, let's start with injuries. Eric Decker's got a shoulder injury. We know Jalen Marshall, the Jets punt and kick returner, has got a torn labrum. He's going to be down for a couple weeks, maybe longer. But what about Decker? Concerning.
Yeah. I think you touched upon it perfectly there with that. It is concerning because nobody really knows how serious it is. Todd Bowles said that he did re-injure it against the Kansas City Chiefs. He was here at the facility on Monday, didn't say anything, came to the facility on Tuesday. That's when he started complaining of soreness. The Jets are sending him away, Bowles wouldn't confirm it, but he indicated that the Jets are sending him away for an MRI. And, when we asked Todd about the severity of it, he said, I don't know yet. Nobody knows yet. And that is, again, Todd's not a guy who's going to tell you a whole bunch. He's not a guy that's going to go into too many details, but this is undoubtedly a concern for the Jets right now, because if he goes down, who do you have? I mean, we already talked about this receiving core. We've talked about this receiving core not being deep. They're really not. I mean, Quincy Anunua was not a proven receiver by any stretch. They have Brandon Marshall, but absent that, Robbie Anderson, Jalen Marshall, Sharon Peak. So no Decker means the Jets are probably going to have to make a move.
Yeah, definitely. So in terms of another injury for the Seahawks, Russell Wilson, looks like he's going to play. Pete Carroll has said today he'd be surprised if Wilson doesn't play. He's got the sprained MCL that he hurt on Sunday. So that is good news for the Seahawks. Maybe not for the Jets, but he could be about half speed, maybe?
Yeah, that's kind of the big thing. It's not really, is Russell Wilson going to play? We know he's going to play. The question is, what Russell Wilson are we going to see on the field? Is it going to be the guy who is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, running around, going crazy, as Marcus Gilchrist told me today, that it's kind of like your backyard football, just running around, throwing it to who's ever open? Or is he going to be limited and not being able to do that much? Because he's also got that ankle injury that he suffered early in the season, and now the knee injury. He's banged up. The question is, though, is how banged up.
Yeah, and in terms of a guy who was pretty banged up on Friday night and he got behind the wheel of a car, allegedly.
Had to go number two, too. He had to go number two.
Allegedly. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, not yet convicted of his second DUI, but absolutely clearly was arrested for his second DUI on Friday when he was with Tampa Bay in his final hours with them. They fired him. Jets claim him Monday. They need some help at the tight end position. Todd Bowles asked today about it. I thought it was an interesting quote from Bowles, fairly candid, said he's going to either sink or swim.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what he's going to do. Look, I mean, I asked Todd Bowles directly, is he on his last life? Is this a zero tolerance policy? And he said yes, and then kind of followed it up with, but that's the case for a lot of people. Either way, look, he's a very talented player. He's a player that is talented at a position. The Jets don't have much talent at tight end. Kellen Davis, Brandon Bostic, Braden Bowen. Nobody there is gangbusters. So they're going to bring him in, see if he can't do anything. If he does, awesome. If not, well, they'll let him go.
Yeah, and a non-existent salary cap commitment, basically, because there's no guaranteed money left on this deal. So we'll be back here with you on Thursday from the Jets training facility as we'll see if there's some more news and progress in some of these injuries.